It is 2022 and I'm back again with the FLOKI updates, and of course with that I'm the most open-minded investor / NFT artist on YouTube with a diverse appetite for risky asset classes ranging between shopping centers and shitcoins, but not government bonds, creating contact-led, family-friendly, cookie-accepting, cat-free, technical and specialized tutorials and guidelines to harness the generational wealth transfer found in crypto trends. And last as a believer of Jesus Christ and a fan of Gary and an extremely well-educated and multilingual Korean opera with hair naturally curlier than the average Asian male and highly coveted by many moms and daughters, also known as Hando Kim. So the update that we have for FLOKI is that they have a new website, which is interesting, right? People's cryptocurrency combining power of means with real utility and charitability. FLOKI, of course, if you've been paying attention to my channel and you're subscribed and you like the videos that I produced, you would have seen it, right? Anyway, scrolling through the website, yeah, it does have a much cleaner design. It does highlight the Valhalla and the use cases a little bit higher up in the website. The meme, the utility, charitability. Yeah, the charitability is good for, I guess, bringing in the network effect. Utility is good for actually keeping people on the platform, and meme is just good for the army, I guess. So that's really good. Everybody knows the meme, right? Because, you know, it came from Elon Musk's dog, yeah, and it's all good. Obviously, there are endless marketing efforts pretty much everywhere around the world, it seems. So they're highlighting the right things with some good tutorials on how to buy FLOKI on ETH and BSC. I prefer to buy on BSC because it's way cheaper, and obviously flexing FLOKI sort of newsworthiness across the board. And I genuinely cannot think of any platform that isn't talking about FLOKI at the moment. So that is definitely good. The audits obviously is important. FLOKI coin statistics circulating the market cap, which I think is just sitting at just a shy of $1 billion, which is crazy how big it is right now. The FLOKI team, Thomas Garrett. I watch his videos a fair bit and he's in the team. Okay, so that's good. We got Viking, the core contributor. We like content from them. Obviously, it is a pretty well doxed team. Dr. Amanda Kavner, I'm going to do a little coverage on that soon. And freaking Hando Kim, add me to the freaking list. What are you guys doing, FLOKI? Like, get me on the bloody list, guys. And then the FLOKI partners are pretty much everything that's important in cryptocurrency. Winter Meat was a pretty big one. I'm glad that they put that nice and high up the front. They are the market makers for some of the major cryptocurrency exchanges. So the fact that they're partnering with that does show and allude to a potential where they'll be listing FLOKI to major centralized exchanges, which is super duper exciting because we all know the Qcoin effect. You know, anything goes on Qcoin, it just goes up like crazy. Anything goes on Binance, it goes up like crazy. It's not always 100% consistent, but you can bet your bottom not only $1, $2, or maybe $3 that it can actually do quite well. So yeah, Curate is an NFT marketplace. That's a sensible move because, you know, Valhalla is going to be obviously an NFT, you know, kind of intensive use case, of course. Chainlink, which is a fantastic oracle to partner with as well, guys. And a bunch of soccer teams and, you know, sporting guys that they've partnered with is also encouraging to see. So call to action by FLOKI. There we go. Pretty well designed website. I like the design much better than before, for sure. Moving forward, I found this tweet a very interesting one. It says, I'm not worried about whatsoever for FLOKI. There's not a one project on this planet that is like FLOKI. This is a community that's been through it all and know exactly what's coming. See you at $40 billion. If you can't wait, you will see me there. So at FLOKI, we don't ask when, we ask how. I find that really interesting because this kind of post comes from a place where they really understand how cryptocurrency works, right? Yes, there's a big debate about it, but one of the greatest effects that impact cryptocurrency and its growth is network effect. That literally means eyeballs, right? So they're asking, we are going to get there. It's not a matter of when, it's a matter of how. So how the hell are we actually going to get there? Well, we see it time and time again, the effort that FLOKI is making to actually get themselves to the place they want to be and the place they need to be. And we see that through various marketing endeavors that it's doing. If you want to see some examples of that happening in the past, well, this is the channel to find out how. So you go and, you know, watch over those videos, see what kind of things they're doing, and you will be very much impressed, you know. With that being said, one of the ways to garner a lot of money to actually come onto this cryptocurrency so that we actually increase the market cap, therefore increase that moonworthy growth, right? Not to mention right now is not a bad time to purchase and, you know, add some into your bags, DCA into the position that's going to actually take us to the moon. Is a response to CZ's tweet, the god of Binance, should I call it? And he says, Binance hasn't listed anything this year. What should we list? And this was tweeted on January 1st. Kind of like that dad joke, you know, how he sees you the day before and it's like the year before and the day after. And he's like, oh, I haven't seen you for a whole year. So obviously, you know, a cheeky tweet, and to that, the Viking has responded, said, FLOKI, sir, is the people's currency as an army of users. FLOKI is partnered with 8 football clubs and share a vision for making crypto mainstream. And is it also a sign that FLOKI is trending right under Binance on Twitter today? wow. So we can see that Floki is trending with 60.7K tweets just straight off the Binance. And that is super, super exciting to see that there's so much chatter, so much participation and engagement around the topic that is Floki, guys. It's just that I need you guys to engage with my videos a bit more so that more people can see this wonderful video and get on with all the growth that we're going to experience with Floki. And that being said, guys, Dr. Amanda Kavner, which I've mentioned through the new website update that we've seen on Floki, joins Floki as head of crypto education platform Floki University. If you watch the videos, you would remember Floki University was a big thing. So they've announced that Amanda Kavner, PhD, will be joining us as head of our crypto education platform, Floki University, right? So here's a nice picture of her here. And we need to know who she is. Like, where does she come from, right? So here's an explanation. Dr. Amanda Kavner has spent the past decade focusing on the science of learning in the classroom and research settings, with a specialty in personalized immersive learning utilizing machine learning and artificial intelligence. She has been featured of her work on the Immersive Research Learning Network podcast, served on the board of several virtual reality-based educational conferences. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop reading this, otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. Now, the good thing about this is that I don't think that Dr. Kavner actually has a crazy amount of experience in cryptocurrencies. But what she does have is a crazy amount of experience in teaching people, right? Immersive learning, we see it right here. Immersive learning utilizing machine learning and artificial intelligence, as she has been featured in her work on Immersive Research Learning and Network podcast. And it is a specialized learning. So what actually we need more than ever when it comes to mass adoption is for people to actually understand how it works. Now, the utilization and the use case of Floki, right, isn't a particularly advanced technique when it comes to cryptocurrency. It really isn't, right? When we say cryptocurrency is advanced, you need to understand tokenomics and, all that kind of extra jazz and white papers and coding. That is some extra level. And that I genuinely believe would require someone who understands blockchain technology to the extent of that nature, right? The one that would actually create the actual ecosystem. But with this one here, what Dr. Kavner is teaching is how the Floki can be used so that average people can actually understand how it's done. So it's actually good to see that somebody with a proper teaching and an educational background is actually coming in to actually improve this Floki University space where it's going to then allow for mass adoption. The masses, unfortunately, don't know as much as the people that are actually creating, okay, at the technical levels, right? So that is not what we're looking for. We're looking for the masses to be able to have a user experience with Floki. And so I think this kind of addition is definitely a positive one. So Dr. Kavner to the Floki team shows Floki means business and will leave no stones unturned in making Floki University the de facto crypto education platform, while also leveraging the reach of platform to get millions of new people to learn about and use the Floki cryptocurrency. I might as well just have read that instead of me just going on and on. So that being said, her involvement with cryptocurrency and being able to bring her specialty, right, into bringing the masses on board through education, I find it an incredible asset and a resource for the Floki team. So that being said, let's have a look at the Floki charts, okay? So right now we are actually dipping below that 10 mark. I did say that there will be a resistance level. The entire market is pretty quiet at the moment, but I did highlight that box there to indicate a buy zone between the 9 and the 10 mark there. And I think these are good places for dollar cost averaging. Not to mention, I think the RSI may dip a little bit further below, but these are not bad times to actually get in. So always risk amounts of money that you can afford to risk. And, we're waiting for a bullish sort of cycle to come in, albeit a little bit slow with the Bitcoin and the general cryptocurrency market. So I'd rather you guys buy at these boring times than when the cryptocurrency is like going like mooning. Cause like those are the times where you can actually lose quite a lot of money or stay in the negative for a really long time. And by doing this way, you can actually capture gains that are a lot more profitable than buying at the peak. And that goes without saying, guys. So that being said, I think Floki is actually at a pretty good region to buy. Not to mention, you can actually make some good money off of these small bounces because these might look small here, but if you actually measure out the gains that it is making, I mean, just from here to this little section here, of course, a span of like 3 days, that's a whopping 17%, which, you'd struggle to make on S&P 500 across 3 years, right? So that being said, I mean, if you're in, risking small amounts of money to, play the markets a little bit and, and just increase your positions as the prices go down, I think that'll be a very sound strategy to impart onto the chart such as this one. And, that being said, I think we're looking quite good. We're always very positive on Floki. And I think there is still a lot of promise and a lot of potential with this cryptocurrency. I mean, we've alluded to the market cap increasing up to that $40 billion mark. So we're potentially looking at another 40x from here as well. That being said, of course, it's not the best gain that you can find in cryptocurrency, but it's also not a terribly bad gain either. I mean, that's if you consistently lock in these big gains, you know, in the 40x region, you're going to do very, very well. Now, if you have any questions, leave them down below. If you haven't done so, make sure you go mint my NFT. drna.club is the website. It's ready live right now. And if you haven't done so, make sure you go like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can stay updated with the latest and the best and the greatest in cryptocurrency. And you know what? If you've been watching my AMAs with some of the big dogs in cryptocurrency, let me know how you feel about them. You know, leave some comments down below. If you like them, I'll do more. If there's a particular team that you'd like me to reach out to, then I'd love to be able to do it. And of course, Floki, got a message for you. If you want to do an AMA, let me know. Let's get you on my channel and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.